Welcome back to Words Matter, my fantastic friends. Woo, this episode is jam-packed with matterful goodness, so buckle up. Today's quote is one that speaks directly to the heart of purpose and transformation. It's Rory Vaden's, "You are most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were." Take a moment. Let those words settle in. Who were you? Who are you now? And how can you use everything you've been through, all the pain, all the lessons, and all the breakthroughs to serve someone else? For me, 2021 was a turning point. Like so many others, I hadn't taken care of myself during the pandemic. I was drinking way too much wine, eating my way through my emotions, all while feeling numb and directionless. I didn't recognize myself. Then in early August of 2021, my husband and I went to a rock and roll bingo night. Now, it was supposed to be a fun evening, and it was, until it wasn't. See, when the event was over, my friend who had invited us called us up to the front of the room to get a group photo taken, and my heart sank. I knew exactly what was coming, a full body photo that I wasn't prepared for. See, I'd spent the evening gorging myself on chips and dips and Cane's chicken strips and so many desserts, all while taking full advantage of that open bar that they had. Well, I felt awful, not only on the inside, but I knew that it would show on the outside. So when that photo was taken, I might have been smiling, but behind that smile was a massive amount of guilt, shame, regret, and remorse. The next morning, I woke up to find that photo in my social media feed staring back at me. It wasn't just a picture, it was a wake-up call. It was a raw, unfiltered mirror reflecting how far I had let myself go. That image was the moment I realized that something had to change. I had to change. I couldn't keep living like that. I needed something life-altering, not just a quick fix. I had done that way too many times before. I had to completely overhaul not only how I viewed food, but how I coped with emotions. And from the very beginning of my journey, 3 mantras became my anchors. Just because you feel it doesn't mean you need to feed it. I had to learn that not every emotion required food as a response. When I felt sadness, stress, frustration, I practiced pausing, asking myself, what do I really need right now? It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. 2, you've got to deal with it so you can heal with it. See, suppressing emotions, while it might feel easier in the short term, it only delays the healing process, friends. I realized that I couldn't run from what I was feeling. I couldn't sweep it under the rug, that I had to face it head on, even when it was hard. Working through those emotions allowed me to release them and move forward. Number 3, it's not for forever, it's just for today. Thinking about a lifetime of this way of eating, that change felt super overwhelming. But committing to one day at a time, one step at a time, now that was a lot more manageable. That single mindset shift helped me focus on the present, that day, shoot, even that moment at times, and take intentional steps forward without being paralyzed by the massive enormity of it all. It wasn't easy, friends. I knew I couldn't do it alone. I also knew I wasn't the only one who needed this change. So with my gift for building communities where people feel seen, heard, uplifted, and encouraged, I decided to create a space where others could walk this path with me. A space completely free from that diet culture mentality, one filled with support, focused on learning and growth and thriving. November of 2021, I launched my No Sugar, No Flour, No Problem Facebook group. It started as a small accountability space, but quickly grew into something so much more. And today, it is a thriving worldwide community with over 76,000 members. Looking back, I realized I didn't start that group because I had it all figured out. Nope. I started it because I knew what it felt like to stand in that place of pain and uncertainty. I also knew what it felt like to say, I can't keep living like this, while also wondering, can I really change? And that's why Rory's words resonate so deeply with me. You are most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were. See, when I see women in that group or in my I Choose Me challenge, I see the me who was right there where they are, the me who needed someone to say, you're not alone. If I can do this, you can do it too. And I want to pass that truth on to you. Your story matters. Whoever you are, wherever you've been, whatever you've overcome, you have something to offer that no one else can. There's someone out there right now standing where you once stood, navigating the same struggles, asking the same questions, searching for that same hope you once needed. And you, friend, yes, you are the living proof that change is possible. What if sharing your story could be a catalyst for someone else's transformation? What if your vulnerability could inspire their courage? What if your lessons could become their tools? You don't have to be perfect or have it all figured out to serve others in this way. You don't need all the answers. You just have to be brave enough to share your story, to shine your light, and to take that first step, because even the smallest amount of courage can inspire a world of change. For someone standing in the dark, your light could be the one that makes all the difference. So how do you take everything you've been through and use it to serve others? Start by reflecting on your own journey. Take the time to look back, not with shame, but with purpose. Write down the challenges you've overcome and the lessons you've learned. What tools, habits, or mindsets have helped you along the way? This reflection isn't just for you. It's for the person who needs to hear your story. Next, identify who you're uniquely positioned to serve. Think about the person you once were. Who are they? What are they struggling with? What do they need to hear? Picture them in your mind and let your story speak directly to them. When you see that person clearly, it becomes easier to know how to best reach them and reach out to them. Then take one small step to share your story. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be public. Maybe it's just a conversation with a friend, or maybe it is a post on social media. Or what about volunteering in your community? The medium doesn't matter. It's the connection that counts. That one step could be the spark that someone else needs to take their first step. Finally, trust that you are enough, because you are. Your story doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. And when you share it with authenticity and with heart, it will reach the people who need to hear it the most. Friend, Rory's words aren't just a quote that you screenshot on your phone for future inspiration. Nope. They're marching orders. They're a rally cry. They're a push to step up and step out and use your story to light the way for someone else. They're a call to action that will help turn your breakdown into someone else's breakthrough. You are most powerfully positioned to serve the person you once were. Everything you've been through, all the lessons, all the pain, and all the victories, they're not just for you. They've shaped you into who you are today so that you can shine a light, be a light for someone else. The person you once were is standing out there waiting for someone else to tell them you are not alone. If I can do this, you can do this. And that someone is you. You just need to be willing to share. Turn your struggles into strength and your experience into a roadmap for someone else. Your words, your courage, your willingness to show up for others, they matter. They can spark hope. They can ignite action. They can create change. So don't hold back. Take that first step. Share your light and let your story become someone else's reason to believe that transformation is possible, that change is possible, that they are possible. Friends, the words we see and read, the words we hear and the words we say to ourselves and about ourselves, what we're doing and how we're doing it, they all matter. Your words matter because you matter. Have a great day.